welcome to Class Dismissed, brought to you by Freedom Project Academy. I am Katie, and I am joined by Dave and Lindsay this week. Now, let's not waste any time and get into our first headline, which reads, Washington State special needs grad with inflated 3.78 GPA sues school district, calls diploma participation trophy. So the question is, why does a GPA even matter if you can't even understand what a GPA even is because you currently read at about a first grade level? Well, that's pretty much the story that we are beginning with here, where is a Washington State special needs student, and she even says her 3.78 GPA was padded. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
As a student with special needs, McKenna Simons's high school graduation day was a day filled with promise.
I was happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm graduating. I'm finally made it.
4 years later, though, she feels like it was all a time of broken promises. Do you feel like they prepared you for life?
Not at all.
McKenna says the academics for her at Linwood High were hard, but she graduated with a 3.87 GPA. That's despite finishing her senior year reading at a first grade level. Did you feel like you were learning anything?
Not really, no. Like I should have earned that diploma, not just something that really got me nowhere.
After graduation, McKenna planned to attend the Edmond School District's vocational program that transitions special needs students into independent life. But because she received a diploma, she couldn't. That program would have been free. Instead, she had to enroll in a similar program at Bellevue College at a cost of more than $40,000 per year.
McKenna got a diploma, but it feels more like a participation trophy in a lot of ways.
McKenna's family is now suing the Edmond School District, claiming benevolent discrimination. Her attorneys argue, well-intentioned or not, the district should have withheld that diploma until McKenna completed its vocational program.
In letting her kind of pass along, in giving her these grades, and then in giving her this diploma, which shut the door on her transition services access, they actually caused her harm.
McKenna is now in her third year in the Bellevue College program, where she is earning her grades, but also facing $160,000 in student debt when she graduates. Even so, McKenna remains optimistic.
I feel much better about my future now than I did when I was in high school.
Wow. I feel much better about my future now than when I was in high school. We go to school for 13 years, K-12, to come out apparently feeling like that?
Yeah.
Like, that's a sad fact.
Yeah.
I think of a lot of students. If students 4 years, 4 years after high school graduation, like reflect upon like what was your education actually like?
Right.
She's not alone, I think, in that sentiment.
No. And I think also being, so my mom was actually a special education teacher for 33 years. And so I'm familiar with a lot of times special needs kids, they have a whole team of people. It isn't like one person is overseeing the classes she takes or something. So it's like, did the whole team fail her? I'm like, I just have a hard time believing that special education teachers would just be like,
Social promotion,
Yeah.
Right?
Participation trophy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just is. Has the district, did they comment at all?
The school district denied any wrongdoing in court filing.
Obviously.
You know.
What's interesting is she's filing a claim or a lawsuit based on benevolent discrimination, which ironically, IDEA, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, requires, that's a federal law that requires transition services to be part of a child's IEP.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, and those usually start at age 14 or 16, well before they graduate high school.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, if this is a post-high school transition program the district offers, what type of transition services did they give her, if any, before she graduated?
Well, to get that participation trophy,
Right?
apparently all you needed was just to kind of keep moving along. And when it comes like this, when it's like a whole team, I almost wonder if we've gotten to the point where we've diluted it so much that it's not your responsibility. Well, you one class, you over there, and I'll have this. And then so no one really takes accountability for her.
Yeah.
And then she gets lost in the cracks and just kind of passed along because I don't know, maybe I'm sure the other teachers took care of it. I don't have to do it over here.
Exactly.
That kind of
Well, right.
sentiment.
And obviously on an IEP team, you have regular ed teachers, you have special ed teachers,
Right.
you have school counselors, you have school social
All
worker,
those-
all these different people on the team we were talking about. So clearly her regular education was not effective, whether that was in a fully inclusive model where she's attending regular classes with all the other students,
Right.
or if she was in a pull-out classroom, educated separately, which most districts have now gone away from because it's technically illegal. But I find it really interesting that at what point did they measure her reading ability
Yeah,
and realize,
how did she get
okay,
that?
we're going to allow her to continue to the next grade level, to the next grade level,
Right.
to the next grade level, even though she's reading at such a low level. That's very alarming to me.
Yeah. And I also, to play devil's advocate, I have a hard time believing that her parents had no idea. We're like, oh, she gets her diploma, she can't get into this program. There's just, I'd love to like dive into it a little more.
It would be interesting to know because the parents have to be involved in that IEP meeting too. So
Yeah,
they need to be
exactly,
understanding, like,
exactly.
what's truly happening.
Yeah.
But she's using, and her family is using our system that we've set up. So we are a litigious nation.
Yay.
And to pay for that $160,000 in student debt,
Yeah.
see what happens with that lawsuit. So
Right. Yeah.
now, since we do have people here at Freedom Project Academy who maybe would someday be making decisions
Right.
at the highest of level at the federal government.
Correct.
Maybe not the Supreme Court,
You
but
never
over maybe in the executive branch. What do you have to say over there,
Well,
Mr.
so
Harper?
let me preface this by saying I love our kids here at our academy. So we had a team of fifth graders who, after learning about the whole first presidential election, learning about the early presidents, Washington, Adams, Madison, Monroe, and they realized, hey, this is a really interesting process that the election takes shape of. And so they put it to the teacher and said, hey, Mrs. Ricker, do you think we could have a class president? And she thought, well, we've never had that request before, but it was intriguing. And so she really didn't know what the fifth grade class president would do in terms of duties. So she put it back on the kids and said, okay, I'll entertain the idea. What would the class president do for us? And they had a ton of really great ideas. Leading craft time, organizing a book club,
I love that.
hosting booklet games to review for quizzes and tests, studying material, putting together study material for kids, organizing kids who missed notes from certain classes so they can get caught up. General homework help. I mean, they thought
That is
of everything.
awesome. That's
and
awesome.
what's so cool is they put it from a frame of, hey, what can I do to help my classmates, which is what a true leader should do in any presidential position, right? So the teacher drafted an application, had the kids submit why they think they should be running for president, and then they invited students to attend a presentation where they had an opportunity to speak on their behalf and give their little candidate speech as to why they would be the best president. So we have a couple of them that we're going to watch today who were elected our president and vice president of the fifth grade class.
That.
Hello, I'm Idris and I'm running for class president. I have many experiences in working in groups of people for projects, clubs, and many other activities. I think this classroom experience should be the best one you can get. I will make breakout rooms for those who would like to have clubs. That will be held on Thursdays. I will not be participating in these groups so I can help focus on students who need it. I will host booklet games for these days too, for anyone who might want to and during break. I will let everyone choose a booklet game if they want to. If the people of fifth grade would want, we can play music. My motto is Nolite ergo esti sole cite and Christum. Do not be anxious about tomorrow. Matthew 6:34. This can relate to school when you feel overwhelmed with homework. I will be here as a helper, and not to give answers, but to guide you to them. I am a very organized person, and I can help if you have a tight schedule and need assistance in building a plan over the day or the week. I will put my best effort into being class president for a better and happier school environment. I look forward to working with you. Thank you for your time, and vote for Eve.
Gotta love it,
She
right?
threw some Latin in there.
Yes, the
Talk
Latin.
about a mic drop.
Don't be anxious. Christ has you. You know, when you're feeling overwhelmed with all that homework, don't be anxious. I loved it. So that was Eve's speech, and Eve was elected the class president.
Well, I can't see why.
I mean, she was chosen as the president. The next young man we're going to listen to was chosen as the vice president. But they also talked about what was interesting is after they drafted the application, the teacher said, hey, I realize if we have these activities, what if the president can't attend? So that's what gave him the idea to vote for not only a president, but a vice president. And so, and in the old time of election, whoever got the most popular vote was elected president. Whoever got the second most votes was elected vice president. But then they learned about the Jefferson election, which changed. So then they decided, well, we're going to hold our election where we'll vote for president and we'll vote separately for vice president. So it mimicked the presidential election of Thomas Jefferson. So this young man is William Cooper, who was elected our vice president.
Hello, my name is William Cooper, and I am running for class president or vice president. I would make a good president because I'm very helpful. Sometimes my friends message me about missing notes or missing papers, so I try to get back to them and help as soon as possible. I'm always available every day and on the weekends as well. I have a Blue Kit account, so I can host a game anytime or make a game for someone who needs help. I'm social, polite, and honest to people. I enjoy making friends or making people laugh. I might not be the best president, but you can count on me to make this the best last year of elementary school. God bless and thank you.
Oh my God.
Don't you love the fact that they are just wanting so much to be helpful to their classmates? That just touches my heart because, you know, they're not here saying, hey, vote for me because I'm the best candidate. They're saying, hey, vote for me because I want to make this fun for you. I want to make this the best experience for you. I want to help you in any way I can. I'm available for you. I mean, what a great representation of what a good president and leader should do.
Well, and I want to bring up Carolyn Ricker, too, the teacher. I had talked to her a couple of weeks ago, and this was like in the very beginning stages. And she was just so excited of their energy. And she was like, I don't know where this is going, but I'm just going to let them take the lead. And I just think it's awesome that she really allowed them to kind of come up with these ideas, and the way they talk too, you can tell it's their words. It's not like their mom told them to say this or they're regurgitating something. It's so sweet.
Well, Carolyn also shared with me that what was really interesting is she has two different classes, right? So the kids in her one class don't necessarily know the kids in her other class, but all of them from both classes got to vote. So they voted, and they voted for kids who weren't in their class, which tells you they were voting for who they felt would be the best candidate, not their friend or someone who they knew closely.
That's great.
So they really embraced the process. And she also shared that what they realized is that this isn't a position that comes only in title. There is action that backs it up, right? And so they're now serving their classmates. And so far they've had a few presidential club meetings, and she said it's been successful. They've had games, discussions about what they want to do, how they want to help each other. And she said they get so absorbed in what they were learning, they created an opportunity for themselves to broaden their educational experience, and she was all for it. So what a great teacher. What a great time for the kids to really take something that they learned about and apply it in real life.
Absolutely.
How very refreshing to hear and to have. And of course, that means we need to go on to the next story, which maybe they can help with. I think maybe we should put it up to our fifth grade students.
We should.
To determine this for any future. I mean, we're virtual school, so they don't need to gather in a space to eat their lunch together. But I feel like they could definitely help this university out, which had voted the Students' Union. We're going across the pond, so this makes sense to me.
Thank goodness.
The Students' Union voted to make plant-based menu the dining facility default. So, next year, if you want to go to, I think it's the University of Southampton?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's lunchtime. I'm hungry.
Give me some of that lettuce.
Give me some of that, those beans and rice, because I guess
I love
a
meal that needs to be put
get
together by a scientist with a PhD.
Yeah.
You know, not a farmer. Let's not grow it.
Let's take a look at what's going on.
Universities produce the science that shows us our food system must urgently change.
So this year,
boy.
more than 500 students organized across Europe to demand they act on that very research and lead the transition towards a plant-based food system, starting at their own canteens.
We opened Austria's very first 100% plant-based canteen and sales went up. At the University of Graz, we've shown that plant-based catering is possible and set an example for others to follow.
And now the University of Vienna, the biggest university in the German-speaking world, has committed to turn every canteen of theirs fully vegetarian or plant-based. 2 are already up and running, and the third is on its way.
At 8 universities across Europe, students worked hard, winning votes and securing commitments for a plant-based future.
So what they're talking about here is this is like the University of Southampton is the newest university to jump on board with what they are doing all over Europe to try to basically make it so no meat, all plant material all the time.
I love when she's like, we've opened our first plant-based canteen. Sales have gone up. Because you never had one before. You went from zero to...
Everybody's got to try something, right?
Look at us go. It's not even the, oh, wow, people just would rather eat beans and rice and vegetables and fruits and all that. That's fine.
Right.
Go
Agreed.
for it if that's what you enjoy. It's the reasoning behind it. And right there at the end of the video, it even said with their little banner, because of climate change. This is the reasoning. Plant-based university, end the climate crisis. It's Europe.
Interesting.
And you can now understand why Europe is in the state it is.
Yeah.
Well,
I love this for Europe.
I'll bring it back to Genesis. I mean, God gives us the ordained ability to eat meat, to eat creatures. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. I mean, we live in Wisconsin, and we're the dairy state. We probably have more cows, more beef per capita than most states, right? It's a staple of our economy. We have tons of farmers who make a living, producing beef, meat, other types of things to consume. I don't know, meat and potatoes in my mind, that's a U.S. staple. I don't think our country anytime soon is going to be going to completely plant-based university food.
No.
Yeah, so when you mentioned Genesis, of course, I thought of the band. And I don't even think Phil Collins would be on board with this one.
No, Phil.
Nothing beats a quality steak.
That's probably why he lives a lot in the U.S. Anyway, moving on. I think it's fascinating that they are doing this fully knowing that, like, their whole shtick over in Europe right now is we're all one, basically, conglomerate.
Yes.
And the way, like, it's their economies are all, like, going down and everything else, but yet they're still pushing forward with, like, here's the real big issue that we need to go with. Climate crisis. And apparently on the college campuses, we need to be plant-based. Like, I don't understand what's happening in all of these countries and where their heads are.
I would love more if they really did a true farm to table where raising your own chickens,
in Italy
growing
and
your own...
France, like, why are they not, like...
I don't...
It's these weird little...
Yeah.
Like, in Austria. Okay, yeah, what is Austria... Like, what are they...
Yeah.
I get why they'd be like, oh, let's go plant-based. But, like, France should be fighting back on this. Italy, even, which is pasta, but plenty of meat in Italy as well.
Sure.
Greece, all of these other economies that are more agrarian would even be like, yes... Part of we have crops over there, and then we have dairy over here. Like, we're not going to. Yeah.
Well, and it's about a balanced diet too, right? I mean, isn't that what we should be eating according to research?
You would think, and you would think that if you eat a good balanced meal, like all day, every day, then you're gonna have strength and energy, so you could just get a great workout in. Maybe having a little bungee fun, like some of the members of Freedom Project, right?
That's why Jim isn't here, because he didn't want to watch this video with us.
He dipped.
What video? What are you talking about?
He couldn't handle seeing himself.
When I saw it come up on the screen, I was like, oh, gosh, this is going to be on the internet.
So basically, the long and short is some people decided around here that let's go try is it just called a bungee class?
Yeah.
a bungee activity, but it's a fitness craze that a lot of people are jumping on. Let's see what you think. Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness, Jim was
loving
pleased.
it.
He just kept
was
going.
into it. So was Katie. She loved it.
Whoa! Big spin.
Oh,
Well, there you go. Hey, that wasn't bad.
You know what? I look like an Easter bunny that was just, that's my day out of my home.
How long were you there?
Like a half hour.
Oh, woo! I remember that from the other clip we watched, that other episode. That looks fun.
Oh. Wow, look at that.
Hey, team.
You know what it felt like? Did you guys ever have those bouncy things for your kids that you'd put on a doorway? And
Oh,
they could,
yeah.
bounce? That's what it felt like.
So was it
So you
actually
felt like a baby.
I did feel like a baby.
Cradled like a
Yeah.
baby.
Was it actually a workout? I mean, did you feel like you gave your body a workout?
We did work up a little bit of a sweat, but
Yeah.
I
The
wouldn't.
laughing though. It was a core workout from laughter.
Yeah. I have to say, one of the things when we were like jumping at kind of a 45-degree angle and Jim was right in front of me and at one point he like did the Titanic arms and he was in the air and I couldn't even focus anymore. I just
lost it.
I just lost it. And yeah,
Oh wait, the Peter
there we
Pan
go.
one is the best part.
Yeah, I love that one. That's a fun one. Oh, that was Peter. Hands behind his back.
Although, does it give you a more of appreciation when you go see like a play sometimes and they are
like
having
Peter
to be-
Pan?
Yeah, like they're having to actually.
Yeah.
Whee! Go
One of my notes was, I just need to share this. Bungee class, where your dignity leaves the room before you do. You know?
I mean, I feel like.
And what's sad is that I was like, guys, I got this great idea. Because you had like looked at, there was some reel from a bungee class that was so hilarious.
It's all the rage out there, people.
And I thought,
Hey,
you know,
and
people make mistakes.
Yeah. Well, this is the one of those times where having a bad back actually came in handy as an excuse to not do the bungee jumping.
Well, there you go.
Also, Jim was actually glad that you didn't come because he was intimidated by your level of fitness.
I also bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah. He's like, I would
I would have been Tinkerbell out there though.
Yeah.
Not Peter Pan.
He was like Peter Pan's step brother.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
He wasn't as graceful. But his heart was in it.
Yeah.
That's what matters in these
It
situations.
looked like you had fun.
It actually was so much fun, and the girl that taught the class was awesome, and it was a lot of fun.
So if you want to do it, get out there and try.
Yeah.
Leave your dignity at the door.
Yeah,
It's all good. That's what you.
We're
That's
all
what you
among
would think about
friends.
it.
No judgment zone.
All right, cool. So it is that special time of the show when we are going to examine the weekly poll that was posted at classdismissed.tv. Now, last time we asked, what professional sports league would you pay more to watch in person? Would it be the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, or the NHL? And here's what everyone had to say. Now,
Wow.
I picked that one.
Oh, well, interestingly enough, the NHL skated on to victory.
Wow.
I would have given it an icing, but at 42%, it is the highest, then followed by the NBA, 33%. The NFL got 17%, and the MLB struck out with 8%.
That's really surprising.
I knew I should have voted. Because that 8% would have ticked up at least.
I would have thought the NFL would have finished higher.
Well, okay, so there was only one correct answer, that is the Detroit Lions, but since they were not up there, I picked hockey because I was on it was like the USA team.
Well, at least the Red Wings
and the
win.
guy with the tooth, and he's like,
Good point.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? I skewed. What a biased report then. Yeah, we shouldn't have put that out there with that fresh
bad timing.
Fun fact, I'm clearly not in the in crowd because I have never attended a hockey game in my life.
What about Disney on Ice?
Ooh.
I've had, but
Okay.
that's not hockey. That's figure skating.
I've
been to an ice
Mickey
rink.
gets out there.
Yes, I've been to an ice rink. I've seen several figure skating events actually, but
All right,
no
close
hockey.
enough.
No hockey.
Meanwhile, everyone is wrong. Everyone.
What?
Except that 8%. You were the right.
Really?
You had the correct answer.
You're an MLB girl?
Baseball for life. Sandlot. League of Their Own.
Okay, solid.
Field of Dreams.
Solid.
I mean,
I
there have
could
been
name
some
every
good baseball movies.
baseball movie. Well,
but-
that's what inspires you to then go play the
What
game.
about Rudy? I mean, Rudy's probably one of the greatest sports films of all time.
I'm a
don't
girl.
know.
I wasn't allowed to play football.
Yeah, I get it.
But
Yeah.
anyway, fine. We will move on. Just know that the answer is MLB. All right. Well, it's going to wrap up this episode of Class Dismissed. If you did enjoy the show, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow the podcast on Apple and Spotify. You can find all of the links at classdismissed.tv. Now, we will be back next Tuesday with another great conversation. For Dave, for Lindsay, and myself. Have a great week. And until next time, Class Dismissed.